wasn't such a breeze. So I came up with all kinds of different ways to get around. Some of them were pretty cool. Then there were others that really should have stayed back on the old drawing board. Here we go. The moment of truth. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with one big boing, I always say. Yee-haw! Oh, yikes! Whoa! Oh boy.
George, dinner!
Be right there, Mom! For a while there, my soup ladle launcher cradle really had me going places.
Yay!
But not always the places I wanted to go. Sorry. Yum! Spaghetti with red sauce. I, however, prefer an Alfredo. The get-about I had the highest hopes for was my roller booter sailor scooter, version 4. All right. Sails up, flaps down. Time for some wind. Let's blow. Okay, so far so good. Let's see how she corners. I must be going like 90. I better rein her in a bit. Oh boy, easy. Sorry. Uh-oh. Dad.
Hiya, George. How's life in the fast lane there, Speedy?
Not so hot.
Uh-oh. Sounds like my little Hepcat is a bad case of the blues.
More like a truckload of them. You know, Dad, you might not have noticed, but I'm not the tallest glass of water on the shelf.
I see what you mean. You know, I have a few choice travel tips. What do you say we collaborate? Chase away those transportation blues together.
You mean it? You'll help me build something?
Why, sure. It'll be a real father and son production.
With Dad in my corner, I'd be traveling in style in just a while. To kick things off, I made a list of all the stuff I wanted my new car to do. You know, all the usual moves like
Hover, float, fly, submerge, auto-eject, auto-start, grappling hook grabber, tether line launcher, robot arm lifters, super-duper long-life battery power. What? No milkshake maker?
Dad, be reasonable, okay? Dad said we'd get to all that stuff later, because the first thing we needed to do was come up with that new car look. Once we knew what it was gonna look like, the rest came easy. We were really cooking! Sometimes things didn't always work out the way we thought they would. Dad and I always had a blast anyway. My new car turned out to be a lot more work than either of us planned on. But when it was finished, it was way cooler than either of us ever dreamed.
Lady and gentlemen, boy and girl, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the latest in A to B technology. The raddest, most fattest flivver the world has ever seen. I give you George Shrinks and his new car.
Look up. George?
Hiya, pedestrians.
That's our boy.
Harold, I don't know about this.
It's okay, Mom. She just gets a little frisky on warm days. So, how about cracking that window?
You see, honey, it's got all the latest safety doohickeys.
And better than that, it even comes when I call it. Isn't it cool?
We loaded it with options, too. Bring her out there, flyboy!
So what do you think, guys?
You really don't want to know what I think.
Uh-oh. Dad, damage control.
Honey, there's not a thing to worry about. George will be very responsible with it. Won't you, George?
Oh, yeah, Mom, absolutely.
And these marks on my floors?
Will disappear. Gone.
Like Houdini. They are out of here.
Well, since you two spent so much time on it, I guess it's okay.
Yes! We have permission.
You boys should be very proud of yourselves. But it seems to be missing something.
Missing something? Missing what?
A name. What are you going to call it?
Yeah, Mom's right. A car this cool has to have a name.
Well, let's see. It's a super little unit.
With plenty of zip.
That's it. That's the name. We'll call it the Zoopercar. Zoopercar! Zoopercar!
Works for moi.
Me too.
And that's how the Zoopercar was born. I can't tell you how much that little jalopy means to me. Not only because it gets me around, but because of the great time I had making it. And to this day, every time I climb behind the wheel, I think of my dad and how we built it together. Just me and him. As the seasons and the mileage racked up, I get to be a pretty good supercar driver. And all of a sudden, waiting for that growth spurt Mom is always talking about didn't seem like such a big deal anymore. I was able to do stuff that any regular-sized kid could do, only better. So when the time came for the Big Shrink's not-so-annual garage sale, guess who was in charge of putting the word out? Superpilot Bombardier, prepared to deploy garage sale info. Extra, extra! Shrink's Family Garage Sale Extravaganza! Come one, come all! Come Saturday, y'all!
Please help! Help! Oh, someone, please help!
Oh, looks like something's up down there. I better check it out. Hey, George! Hi, Becky. What's all the hubbub?
Oh, George, it's awful. The mayor's dog got away from her and fell down the well.
Please, can't anyone save my little Margie?
I can. Coming, Margie. Be right there.
Is everything all right down there?
Everything's just dandy, Mirror. See for yourself.
Margie! And you, young man, you are a hero.
Hold it, Mayor. I can see the headlines now. Boffo boy toy plucks political poodle from peril.
Word of my daring daylight rescue hit the stands the very next day. Folks seemed pretty keen on what me and my Zoopercar could do.
Way to go, George!
I have to admit, I thought all the attention was Rocket. But across town, there was a different take on me and the Zoopercar.
Local boy saves dog with incredible car. The Zoopercar. This Shrinks kid has really pinned the tail on the donkey, hasn't he? Well, hasn't he?
He sure has, Big Head.
I didn't inherit this toy company from my father, your founder, just so I could sit here and watch you run it into the ground. Now, until one of you creative geniuses comes in to pitch me a home run like this, don't bother coming in at all.
Steve, shake a leg, will you? You heard the Big Ed. We've got 2 days to come up with toy gold or we're through.
Barry, Bubby, relax. We don't have to come up with anything. Why should we go busting our brains when the answer to all our woes is right under our nose?
Yeah, I'm hip.
Mom and Dad always say that the early bird catches the worm. That morning, Becky and I were up bright and early and wound up in a tug-of-war with a couple of worms of our own.
This be the place.
Hi. If you're here for the garage sale, I'm sorry, but we're not ready yet.
Steve Levy, assistant to the co-vice president of toy development at Joyco Toys.
The Toyco that puts the oi in toy.
You guys work at Joyco Toys?
Guilty as charged. Tell me, how many hours of joy have our fine products brought to kids like you?
A couple, I guess. I hate to say it, but your toys never really do the stuff the commercials say they'll do.
Like your atomic pumper water whoosher?
Wooden whoosh.
And Verbal Herb, the talking tutor?
Only speaks high school Spanish.
And Snaximus, the gladiator gator.
Has no teeth. I mean, come on, a gator gladiator with no teeth?
He had no teeth because he snacked so much. It was educational.
But we're not here to crow about Joyco's commitment to quality. No, sir. We're here to talk about the future.
Do you know what the future is, George?
Not really. According to my Joyco Magic Great Ball, the future looks cloudy.
The future is now, cowboy. You're looking at it right here.
My Zoopercar is the future?
That's right, Sprite. All you've got to do is sell us that radical ride, and we'll do the rest.
You want to buy my car?
We'll turn it into a household name.
We will not sleep until every kid from Connecticut to Kuala Lumpur has their very own Zoopercar tucked under their pillow.
All you have to do is sit back and shine those shekels, collect those coins, amass your money.
You are gonna be one rich buckaroo. So what do you say, Scout? Who shall I pen this check out to?
Nobody? I don't want my car to be mass-produced. Or a household name.
We were gonna change the name anyway.
And the color and the overall design. But back to biz. Name your price, partner.
I'm sorry, fellas, but I wouldn't sell the Zoopercar for anything. Me and my dad built it together. There's no other car like it. It's really kind of not for sale.
Big Ed is gonna bust his buttons when we lay that on him.
Didn't you hear the kid? It's not for sale.
I heard. Well, the deal is off. I'm not interested in buying it anymore.
Better clean up these old rust buckets, or they'll never sell.
10-4, Becky.
Look, the car's alone.
Yes. Hand me the Joyco Lasso Blaster.
Hold it. I designed this puppy. You've got it backwards. Did it shoot?
I don't know.
Sounds like Sparkle Tangerine is bothering the neighbor's dog again. That silly cat.
Ooh, it's got a crane function too. I'm dying.
Okay, we're in business. Cast the Joyco magnetic pole attractor. Bingo! You got it. Haul it in. Ow!
Man, when will that cat leave that poor mutt alone?
Your father and I are ready for the signs. How are they coming?
See for yourself, Mom.
George, these signs could fetch more than all of our junk combined.
Mom.
Hand me the Joyco Dipper Gripper.
A little left. A little more.
Come to Papa.
Sounds like Sparkle is finally getting some payback.
Reap what you sow, I guess.
Maybe this isn't such a sweet deal after all, Steve.
Now, it's time to take things up a notch.
Time for bed, boys.
Come on, hit the sack. We all need to bag plenty of Z's for the big garage sale tomorrow.
Hey, that reminds me. We better trigger up the home security measures. Someone might try to steal all our junk. It turned out that my hunch was right on. It was a good thing the house was protected by my patented burglar be gone home security trip traps, or things could have gotten ugly.
Maybe we should call it quits.
Look, I never said this would be eggs over easy. Come on.
My head really hurts.
Don't be such a wimp. Come on.
Okay, that's it. I quit. If I'm going to take any more lumps, I'd rather it be from Big Ed.
Forget it. Nobody's quitting. I didn't want it to come to this, but that Shrinks kid has left us no choice.
You mean?
Please, sell us the car.
We'll get fired if you don't. Our whole future as Joyco Toy Boys depends on it.
Come on, you guys, you're freaking out the customers.
George, Bubby, be reasonable. We'll give you anything for that car.
I really appreciate the offer, but my supercar means way more to me than money or greenbacks, so no, it's no deal.
George?
Junior? No.
Yes.
Sorry about that. Boxes go boom.
You know how baby brothers are. I hope you guys understand about the car, and no hard feelings?
Who, us? No hard feelings here. And to prove it, allow us to make a small contribution to the garage sale cause. I'll kick in $20 for, say, that box of stuff there. $20? Going once, going twice.
Sold! So, here we are, back where we started. My supercar was gone. And at the time, I had no idea what happened to it.
Are you sure you've looked everywhere?
I'm sure, Mom. It's gone. Besides, if it was anywhere within earshot, it'd come running when I did this. See what I mean? It's gone, Dad. I'm sorry.
Well then, just activate the homing mechanism.
The homing device! We can track the supercar wherever the heck it is!
Now don't say heck, son, it's not polite.
You think the homing mechanism will work? It's got it, Becky. Most of Dad and mine's stuff works. Here goes. That's it! It's working! You were right, Dad. It's out there all right. And I think it's that away.
Who's up for a drive?
Me? Dibs on the front seat. Oh, come on. Go right, Dad. It's beeping right.
How in Bozo's pants pockets did you get your hands on this?
I must admit, it wasn't easy, sir, but we buckled down and applied all of the business savvy you taught us over all these years of top-notch training and tutelage.
And bought it off the kid for $20.
What's this little doohickey?
Hey, Steve and Barry. Hi.
We're sorry to barge in like this, but my son lost his toy, and the homing beacon is telling us that it's...
Right there. How did you guys get it?
It must have gotten mixed up with that box of stuff they bought.
Amazing.
Hey!
I'll thank you to stop tampering with our property.
Your property? That's George's car. Everybody knows that.
This toy is now the sole property of Joyco Toys and Sosumi Holdings Incorporated.
So there.
Wait just a darn minute.
Yeah. What she said.
I don't know what George here has told you, Pops, but Barry and I purchased that Zooper little car just this afternoon.
At your garage sale for $20.
From him. Isn't that right, George?
Is that true, son?
Yes, but I had no idea the supercar was in the box. Or how it even got in there.
Sorry, all sales are final.
Dad, this isn't fair. It's not theirs. We built it together. You and me, not them. Yeah, they stole it.
Okay, that's it.
Just 1 minute. George, it sounds like you and I have a lot in common. When I was was your age, my father and I built things. Many of them became the very ideas that this company was founded on. A bond between a father and son is something very special. It's something we all share, something that can't be bought or sold or turned into a quick buck. Take this home, George. It belongs to you.
Why, thank you, sir.
And as for you two, wait in my office.
Yes, sir, Big Ed.
Now we're in for it. I told you this was a bad idea. Bad, bad, bad.
What are you whining about? I'm out $20.
You have a keen eye for quality toys, boys. If you don't mind, I have a new line of pool toys that I'd like your opinion on. Say, noon tomorrow?
It turned out to be the perfect ending to a wacky weekend. Not only did we get my Zoopercar back, but Dad and I got invited to invent and test out new toys in our spare time. Which is okay by me, because any time I get to spend with Dad is golden time. I mean, what more could a kid ask for?
Towel, please. Oh, towel boy. Towel boy.
Did someone say towels?
Cannonball!
That was a 10.